Welcome to Casa Cubos. Sign currently says Los Cubos, but if you see Casa Cubos, that's going to be the right thing. When you see this, you've arrived. If you're in your car, open the gate, the big gate, and there's, in the inside, you'll catch the handle there, so you can open the gates up. Come in here, welcome to the inside. Come on, boy.
Let's go.
We got cats and dogs on property, so be aware of that. Currently a little limpy, so sorry about that. You'll see parking spaces. They are tight parking spaces. Try and get in. If you're a bigger vehicle, I would suggest moving to the end and maybe overflowing to the long side, the last parking space. If you're a smaller vehicle, towards the shorter end of the parking space, it'll help cars get in and out of here. We appreciate that. We have trash cans. If you ever find that the trash cans around the property are full in your room, you can do a full bag in here. You cannot throw empty litter in here, single pieces, because the trash guys can't get it out of the bottom. So full bags. We have surf lockers, one marked for each of the rooms. If you brought surf equipment or outdoor equipment, you can claim and keep some of your stuff in one of those. We have this amazing hose. You come back from the beach, you can turn the water on, spray your feet off, try and remove as much sand as you can. Look at this nice mat here. You can try and get as much off as you can. Because we've got this badass wooden deck over here, but wood and sand don't go real well together, as you've heard of sandpaper. So we hope to try and keep as much sand off of the deck as possible. We ask that maybe you take your shoes off and give some consideration to that sand and wood phenomenon. But here we have the rooms. You booked one room with a color associated: azul, negro, rosa, or anaranjado. And these all have touchpad entries. You put your palm or all over to open the keypad, and then you punch in your code, which will come with you when the time comes. You punch in, and you'll see. You just leave the door alone, and it will unlock. You don't turn the handle, don't push the handle. It will interrupt the unlocking mechanism, and you'll find your stuff. You notice there are Turkish towels in there, little hand towels. When we need to relock this thing, I will say you put your hand on it again and hit the lock button in the bottom corner. And again, touch nothing, and it will lock itself up and your stuff is safe. I was saying before, inside the room you have Turkish towels. They're very light towels. They're not your typical terry cloth. Those are towels for bathing. They are not for the beach. You should bring your own towels to the beach. Get your own stuff sandy and dirty. These are for showering. Speaking of which, we have 2 shower stalls. They've got doors that close from the inside outside. What they don't do well is have hooks to hang these towels in. We recommend you just throw them up over the edge, because that's the most splash-free zone. You want to bring the camera in, I can show you the showers turn on with just a single on switch. I will say the closer to off the switch is, the warmer the water will be. It's just a flow rate, and the water will warm faster if it's flowing slower. Full on is a little bit lukewarm, and closer to off is warm. So we provide shampoo, conditioner, soap. We'll have a towel in your room, like we said. Bring your own stuff to and from the bathroom. Some water does splash out into this common area. This is a win-lose scenario for us, because what happens is water gets all out here. Good news is there's so much dust all the time that when you're done showering, we actually take our squeegee, just squeegee that water back into the shower. Easy peasy, so everybody doesn't have to walk around in your shower water. But the floor stays nice and clean as a result. So got a hand washing station here. If this ends up with a filtration station, you can brush your teeth, but for now that is non-potable water. Don't drink this water. Toilets have bidets on them. You can see down in there, you turn the bidet on and water squirts, almost got you. That's for cleaning your butthole. And we have toilet paper in here that's for drying your butthole. And then the toilet paper in Mexico has to go into the trash can. And then you don't flush it down, and then you flush the toilet appropriately. There are some burn scars on there. There is an important thing here. When you flush the toilet, you have to make sure that button comes out. See how it came back up? That works right. It works when it comes back up. But if it stays down for whatever reason, You're going to run me out of water, you're going to run everybody out of water, and then we're going to have problems. You will also fill up the black water tank, and there'll be no more pooping for the rest of your vacation. So take that seriously. Make sure the button comes back up. Let's walk around to the kitchen. We'll go back up and over. I would say that when it's dark out, this should be kind of quiet areas up on the deck, so other people might be sleeping. You'll notice that the walls aren't completely soundproof, but we try to keep this to be somewhat of a quiet area. We have plenty of area to gather in. Our kitchen, we have a freezer. You know, if you're here for a while, you know, and plan on cooking, we've got some space in here. Try to stay organized. We have some bags. You can keep all of your stuff in a freezer bag in here so that people's stuff aren't getting too confused with each other. We have a drink cooler for some, you know, refrigerated beverages. You know, throw your things in there. Again, try to set them aside to an area. Mark them as best you can. Inside the refrigerator, it's a constantly evolving situation, but we have these empty bins in here, and we have little markers on the side, so you can like write your name on your bin, claiming your own stuff. Same thing over here. You can claim an empty bin on our dry storage shelves and claim a bin for yourself. When you leave, if there's anything in that, we'll just absorb it into our collection. Here's some spare bags that you can use for the freezer. And then we have spices and oils. You're welcome to use it. You don't have to go buy all your spices. You're welcome to use ours. We have the grill and the griddle. Everything lights with one of these fancy deals. You turn the thing on and light the griddles. They're pretty industrial strength. This one lights from underneath. This one lights from inside. And the oven has this tiny little hole, and you have to hold this thing down and hold the pilot light. And even when it comes on, you have to hold it in for long enough to get it to stay on. It has to heat up for a little while, and so keep trying that over and over until it works. And then you have to get it all the way off. Turn everything off when you're done. Stainless steel, everything's been cleaned regularly around here, but it's Baja's dusty. I recommend wiping any surface before you're using it, and possibly even rewashing any dish before you use it, because all the dishware and utensils are all going to be found here. And you know, it's open air. There's trucks driving up and down the roads everywhere in Baja. That's not unique to just this place. It's everywhere. Wash your dishes. So we have laundry facilities over here. If you're staying longer than a week, you can do some laundry here. If you're here less than that, we just don't have the ability to do laundry for you. It's too much water and electricity. We hang dry things if we can. If you come from the beach, wet stuff, wet towels. We prefer you hang everything right here, not over the railings of the deck, so that everyone has to see your wet things. Right here is a wonderful place for hanging things to dry. And then we have seating area. Help yourself, make yourself comfortable. Pony up to the bar, grab a chair here, sit at the table. We have a quiet area sitting over here. We have another quiet sitting area over here. Spread out over the property as you'd like. Make yourselves comfortable. Share food with your neighbors. At night, if you're the last one up, we have a little light switch on this. Turns the lights on and off. I just turned them on. It'll shut the lights down for out here. And if you're going to bed, if you're the last one down, let this be the good night call for everybody. Or if you're the only one on property and leaving for the day, just pull this down. Keeps the dust at bay, keeps everything protected and safe. So we appreciate you staying with us, and we hope you find some relaxation at Casa Cubos.